Was geht, Köln? Seid ihr bereit für Brawlmania?
Brawlmania!
Wir haben gestern schon die erste Partie ausgespielt.
So war's. Und wir haben quasi die
Spieltag.
Halbfinals gehabt und es war schon echt lustig. Weit davon entfernt, irgendwelche Pro-Matches zu sein, aber mit viel, viel Spaß.
Wobei manche Kombos echt für den E-Sport auch viable aussahen zumindest. Man muss das dann mal testen. Aber ja, wie vielleicht schon einige mitbekommen haben, die gestern da waren. Wer von euch war gestern schon da? Okay, dann wisst ihr ja, worum es geht. Wir haben 4 Teams, die unter 4 verschiedenen Themes spielen. Also, das bedeutet, dass man immer nur Heroes pickt, die dem Stichpunkt untergeordnet werden können. Das ist ja keine wirkliche Rasse, sondern einfach nur ein Schlagwort.
Genau so ist es. Und diese Teams haben die Halbfinale sozusagen gestern untereinander ausgespielt. Wir sehen jetzt das Spiel um Platz 3 und danach das große Finale. Das Ganze, wie gesagt, nicht so ernst, weil die einzelnen Teams, die konnten ihre Team-Compositions nicht so richtig nach Leistungsgesichtspunkten zusammenstellen. Aber Spaß hat's gemacht. Und deswegen kommen wir direkt zu
der ersten Partie um Platz 3. Da sind die Wizards
gegen die Marines.
Alles klar, deswegen wünschen wir uns die Spieler auf die Bühne unter einem Tosenapplaus eurer Seite. Die Wizards
und die Marines zuerst. Die Marines. Okay, guys, log into your computers. Danken to me. Hey, Duncan. Das ist der Team Captain der Marines. Das ist Duncan. Duncan, yesterday it didn't quite work out for you, although you gave the aliens really a hard time. That was a long, long match, drawn-out match. I think in the end the aliens were like level 27, 28, like that. What are you going to change today to make sure you are going to be place 3 in the end?
We're here to prove one thing. Bullets are stronger than magic.
Yeah! Big applause for the Marines. Okay, log into your computers.
Well, we will see. We will see, because now we have to introduce the Wizards on stage. So a big round of applause for the Wizards. Steven, was
Hallo.
geht ab?
Ja, alles schön, alles gut.
Ja, ihr seid bereit, sich 15 Liter Red Bull getankt?
16.
Okay. Man nimmt die Vorbereitung ja ernst.
Wie bitte?
Man nimmt die Vorbereitung ja ernst.
Ja, auf jeden Fall.
Ja, und
Ja.
wie sieht die Strategie für heute aus?
Die Strategie ist Magic are stronger than bullets. Immer schön mitten in die Fresse rein.
Ja, danke, das ist mein Stichwort, das mag ich gerne. So, dann würde ich sagen, ab zu deinem Team nochmal einen großen Applaus für die Wizards. Ihr habt's gehört, immer weiter ins X.
Genau, und bei der Show immer mitten in die, ne?
Ja.
Brauchen wir auch jemanden, der das ordentlich kommentiert, mit ordentlich Zündstoff und ein paar markigen Worten.
Ganz genau.
Und dafür haben wir 2 Shoutcaster.
Ganz genau, begrüßt mit mir Naomi und das Mugel. So, Jungs, wir hatten gestern schon eine Menge Spaß, ne?
Großartig war es gestern wirklich. Also ich hatte ja wirklich so ein bisschen Zweifel, ob die ganzen Leute das hier gut hinkriegen, aber es war großartig, wirklich.
Vor allen Dingen haben wir noch gedacht, so boah, die Partien, wir haben uns Heroes angeguckt, boah, das könnte echt schnell werden, das ist nur Long Range, das ist nur Melee, das ist ganz klar, das ist in 10 Minuten gegessen und dann sitzen wir nach 20, 25 Minuten noch immer hier und wer hätte das gedacht?
Und es ging richtig ins Gesicht, wie ihr vorhin schon
Ja,
zusammengefasst
genau.
habt. Das war wirklich super.
Ja,
Ja.
könnt ihr eine Voraussage machen für das Match jetzt? Ich meine, ihr hättet letztes Mal auch nicht gedacht gestern, dass das eine Match so lange dauert, oder?
Ich würde einfach sagen, dass ich mit dir an der richtigen Seite stehe. Ich bin nämlich auch für die Marines und freue mich auf ein richtig ordentliches Sperrfeuer gleich.
Das
Jawohl,
werden
für die
wir wohl
Marines.
sehen.
Da habe ich
Das
massive
werden
Zweifel,
wir
ob das klappen kann.
So, ich würde sagen, wir, die Wizards, halten das mal so ein bisschen low-key, weil wir wissen ja, dass wir
Natürlich,
einfach die
wir brauchen
Besseren
uns da nicht
sind.
aufregen.
Wir müssen hier nicht unsere Muskeln spielen lassen. Ne? Die Wizards, die werden das schon noch machen. Wer ist denn für Team Wizards? Super. Ja, Jungs,
Wer ist für die
deswegen...
Marines?
Schön, dass ihr beiden lauter wart als das Publikum.
Ich habe ein Mikrofon.
So, Jungs. Jungs, dann würde ich sagen, ihr setzt euch schon mal hin, macht euch bereit, um uns gleich durch diese Wahnsinnspartie führen zu können. Außerdem, for English-speaking audience here on stream, watching via stream or on site, well, the people on site, bad luck, you won't have an English cast, but you guys at home, we have an English cast prepared for you. He will take over as soon as we're in game, so pretty much it was, well, we're going to play match, the third place match.
Yeah, this is the match for the third place. And if you're at home, log into gamescom.blizzard.com and you will have the stream of this match here and the upcoming match with an English command, with an English shoutcaster.
Und außerdem für alle hier, die vor unserer Bühne stehen, erstmal danke, dass ihr da seid. Wir haben WLAN für euch. Loggt euch doch einfach mal in unser Blizzard-WLAN ein, blizzard@gamescom. Und mit dem Passwort Gamescom, ich weiß, bei solchen Menschenansammlungen, dann geht das mobile Netz gerne mal in die Knie. Deswegen, ja, loggt euch ein, tweetet uns ein paar Bilder von der Bühne, sagt uns, was euch gefällt an diesem Match. Und ich bin auf jeden Fall gespannt, was das Ganze gibt heute.
Genau, und die besten Bilder und die besten Tweets, wenn ihr Glück habt, erscheinen dann hier gleich auf dem Social Media Screen rechts und links von dem großen Screen in der Mitte. Ja, wenn ihr originell genug seid, dann seht ihr euch selbst hier auf dieser großen Bühne.
Ganz genau. Wir sind, glaube ich, fast bereit, in die Partie reinzugehen. Die letzten Maßnahmen werden hier noch vorgenommen. Ich glaube, da hat jemand den Invite nicht bekommen, wie immer. Naja gut, wir arbeiten dran, die Wizards schon absolut fokussiert. Kennt ihr eigentlich ein paar der Jungs und Mädchen, die hier an den Rechnern sitzen? Ja oder nee?
Sind alles bekannte YouTuber, ne? Und wenn ihr die nachher mit nach Hause nehmen wollt, jetzt nicht so in Gestalt, aber immerhin so mit Namen, könnt ihr nach dieser Show hier...
Is it time for English? It is time for English, ladies and gentlemen. And it is finally time to find out who would win in a fight between a load of stinned-up space cowboys versus a load of pansies with some little flashy fireworks coming out of their staves. We will see who is going to be able to take the victory here. And this is the losers match. We are going to be seeing the winners match after this, where it is going to be the aliens versus the knights. And I don't know if you guys saw Alien versus Predator, but they didn't really have too much effect versus the aliens until they swapped out their assault rifles for a spear made of an alien's tail. So maybe the knights have something going for them. Maybe a sword is actually the way of dealing with aliens as opposed to some guys with assault rifles. But either way, the Marines gave the aliens a really hard road in terms of their fight, whereas the Wizards may have got engaged on pretty hard. But there's no warrior in the composition for the Marines, so they don't have as much hard engagement. However, Nova is going to be lethal in this lineup. She can pick off literally anyone on this team. There's very few spell shields on the side of the Wizards, and they're all very low health. So Nova's going to be a menace for this. She's going to have a wonderful time. Nova in this game going to be being played... I'm just consulting my sheet here because everything is a little bit swapped around. It's still going to be played by Necro, or otherwise, who is going by a different name in game. I will call it out when I see it. But Nova's going to be very instrumental, whereas the Sergeant Hammer is going to have a bit more of a rough time. Going to have to be a bit more careful with that. Otherwise, there could be many, many problems, because if at any point Shin on that hammer decides to siege up, then he's just going to get smacked by every single spell that the Wizards are going to have in their arsenal. And just so you guys know, we are going to be playing on Warhead Junction for this one and for the next one as well, because as much as we all love a good Zerg rush, we also all agree that nuclear weapons are very cool. So we are going to be heading into Warhead Junction in a second. Players look like they are just about set up, and we're going to be getting into game. This is the Team Wizards lining up there. Don't they look fancy? They look very prepared. Whereas, oh, a little bit of motivation on the face of Duncan there. Looks very prepared. He's going to be the one playing that. Lieutenant Morales, he also needs to be careful. Does not have the option of a spell shield. And the crowd is huge at this stage. It is really, really difficult to actually get to the stage, especially when you're supposed to be behind it like I am. We arrived here with plenty of time and we're very nearly late because of the crowd. Once again, the volume is super loud in my ear, so would appreciate that being turned down. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Brawlmania! We are on Warhead Junction, and on the right-hand side in the red trunks, it is going to be the Wizards. And playing for the Wizards, we have Space Frogs Rick playing the Kael'thas, Space Frog Steve playing the Chromie, Joystick playing Medivh, Ward playing Li Ming, and Daniel playing Jaina. Whereas on the left-hand side, in the blue trunks, it is the Marines, and playing for them, it is Wartek playing the Tychus, Zydar playing the Raider, Necro playing the Nova, looks like he's actually on his correct account this time, Duncan on the Lieutenant Morales, and Shin is playing the Sergeant Hammer. For now, we're going to see a little bit of scouting out at the Watchtower. Poked in there by Ward on that Li Ming, looking for a couple shots. Nova immediately finding Rick, drops some huge damage. Trade very efficient there, Kroby. Looks for a hit, very nearly catches Zydar, but not doing it. Joystick doing a good job here, giving scouting potential for Chromie, letting her stay very far at range. But look at Necro, roaming himself around, looking for an opportunity, and Joystick only has one reveal option, and that would be the Dust of Appearance that she can get at level 4. For now, she's just going to have to hold onto it for now, and they're just going to have to leave Nova to her business. Right now, though, once again, the Marines, similar strategy to last time, just leaving Nova in a lane to solo while leaving this Hammer and the Morales in a lane on their own. But this time, they can't siege as efficiently, because, like we said before, if they siege up and are not careful, then they could just be hit by several spells unless Shin has his boost available. There's the healing immediately coming in from Shin, and the safeguard as well. Wants to make sure that nothing goes down their siege mode. Immediately used, forcing Daniel to be the grenade being used. On the version we are playing, the grenade will no longer explode if it hits a minion or a structure. It will now just simply, or even a hero, it will now just simply trap. Yeah, don't spread the bomb. Don't spread the bomb. Jesus Christ. But it will now just continue to the end of its range and then explode. So you can use that to just fire it straight past the hero and get the knockback. But that right now, the Hammer is just annihilating. There's no hard engage. They need to start getting some poking. But right now, taking too many hits, maybe splitting up and sacrificing a bit of health, or even sending down Joystick to swap it around would be ideal to try and deal with that situation. Joystick able to mount up into that Raven form before Necro gets to her. But nuclear item spawning in the top lane jungle and below bottom lane. We're seeing the Marines sending up a couple heroes to try and guarantee that top one, as they already have the advantage and the huge lane push potential in the bot lane. But now we're seeing a 3 versus 2 in favor of the Wizards. In comes Kroby, dropping the big damage. Living Bomb applied. Ken Duck can split up before it spreads. Nicely done. Shin sieging up. Necro has found Joystick there and forcing her back, so there's going to be no contestant right now. Neither team's able to pick up. Shin in a really nice position here, getting some good poke damage. Once again, that nuclear item gives vision to both teams. It's finally been picked up by Jada, but Kroby went down. Now Shin boosting in. He wants to try and kill off Jada to pick up the nuclear item here. The mine's chasing down to get the slow. The grenade almost lands. If Morales had got the grenade, that would have been a kill. And the beast step by Daniel. You can't kill me. You can't hit me. But he's going to get out of there, not having any of it, piecing out. Whereas the other nuclear item was picked up by Zydar, immediately dropped onto that top tower, onto that top gate there, killing the gate in one shot and doing big damage to the 2 towers. Remember, the center of the nuke does way more damage, so it might have been better to shift it a little bit up or down to make sure that it caught one of the towers in the center. You would have still got the other tower in the outer radius, so you would have got damage. But level 4, Medivh has in fact picked the Dust of Appearance, so he now has the reveal for that Nova, and that reveal lasts for quite a while. If he can just fly over her and drop that, he can use that in human or bird form. So that will be insanely useful for him. Kroby chunking Wartek here. Wartek, one of the only heroes on his team that has any kind of spell shield, really. So he's going to have to be very careful about where he can use that. Nice Dust of Appearance being used there by Medivh. But Daniel continuing to have trouble. This started to hammer comb. Oh, come on, Daniel. That is BS that you lived that twice. But he's managed to get out of there. He is completely fine. But he's still hovering around the area. He needs to defend the lane. Now he has Steve coming down to help him. But right now, this Hammer Morales lane is just being left unattended, really, and it's just getting so much damage. That's sieging up, going after Jada. Not the third time, my friend. Steve coming in. He wants to try and pick up the nuclear item and try and get Shin, but the safeguard used protects from the Q. Here comes the W. The healing is too much. First aid also used for the Sergeant Hammer. Nothing is going down right now. Shin is tanking through everything, and he is now working on that bottom 4. Rick taken down as well, and the Marines looking at dominant in this game. That nuke in the bot lane is still available. Just a question of whether they can get it. And we're seeing Kroby take huge damage. Looks like the nuke is still there. Yeah, they need to take down the fort so they can actually get it or use the minions to tank. But Steve is going to attempt to not let that happen, but nuke is available. Steve could channel that from out of range, but I think the fort might deal splash damage due to Sergeant Hammer's splash damage. So I don't think he'd be able to do it. Joyce, once again, revealing Necro. Good job there, keeping sight so that they know where Necro is, where he's roaming around to, so that they can avoid getting ganked by him. But right now, a talent advantage. Bottom 4 finally got down, but a talent advantage in favor of our Marines here. And Morales actually going for the Bio Shield on level 4 here, so getting that extra healing done. That's going to be very interesting to watch. For now, Reina chasing 2 heroes a little bit lower down. Nuclear items spawning here. So they're just dueling over the watchtower for now. Necro no longer has vision on him by joystick, so is instead beginning to creep in, not showing himself. He knows that the tower, he knows that the tower will take care of those minions. So if he stays in range for XP, he's absolutely fine to do this. Hammer shifting forward very aggressively. This isn't a great angle for him because this means Duncan now has to dive through. He's dropping the nuke to give himself some zoning potential. He's interrupting the bye-bye. There's the nuke. Steve gets taken out and they're able to get the kill. Now can they get Ward as well? There's nowhere to teleport to, but here comes Daniel for the slow. Shin way out of position. Duncan nowhere near him. And Duncan stopped channeling that other nuke to come and try and save Shin here. Instead, they're just going to give up both nukes. In the meantime, though, top nuke was gathered, and they are easily able to take down that top fort with the help of that nuke bursting it down, using that center damage. But now, level 10 to level 8, Stim Drone is used a bit in advance here. Vortex needs to get way out of that nuke. Instead, he's pushing forward, trying to protect Duncan. Duncan has the self-safeguard on. Vortex getting out of that one as well. A second nuke being dropped. They're trying to zone, but Necro from behind takes down one. Can he get Ward? Instead, he's getting chased down by Rick here. Rick, though, not able to get it. Instead, Ward is taken down by the grenade from Vortex, who's now chasing through. But Kroby, with the movement speed slow, will prevent that chase from going any further. And now the living bombs being spread between Duncan and Vortex. They're finally going to cease that now because it does not have Master of Flames yet. It will not spread forever. Now, a little bit of damage onto Shin. Not a huge amount. Vortex once again knocked out, but he's tanking through all this very aggressively here. Able to just absorb a lot of damage. Medivh bringing out that Master's Touch there. Getting that extra damage as much as he can. If he can get his stacks up, he needs to be very careful of this. Daniel takes a grenade to the face, a Hunter Seeker missile. And we'll have to pull back, grab some health very quickly. It won't take too much, but it's all good. Right now, 1 fort remaining for the Wizards team. Right now, they are having a very rough time of it. Turns out your spells don't do anything if you get a bullet to the brain. We are going to be seeing the Wizards, though, grabbing mercenary camps. They are using their burst damage and their poke damage very efficiently, but like we said before, Nova's being a pain and they don't really have the kind of defense they need against the Sergeant Hammer, or at least they aren't using it efficiently enough. However, good poke by Jaina there, getting 2 out of the 3 waves onto Shin. Shin requiring a bit of healing. He's seating up slightly out of range at the fort, trying to just get some damage. Needs to hit Daniel. Water Elemental is dropped to stick at the center of the Ring of Frost this time. And the missile gets him! Precision Strike was used too! That is overkill if we ever saw it, but they did get him with exchange for 2 heroics. So right now, the Marines aggressively pushing mid lane, whereas the Wizards try to counter-push bot lane a bit to get their mercenaries there, but they realize that they'll be in trouble. So it's if they don't help, so instead moving up. We have the Stim Drone Hammer getting the work done. Has the boost out though because he was in range of the keep. Now trying to poke Ward while taking a couple more keep shots. Somehow misses that arcade, drops that arcade orb. But now they have to pull back. They need more minions before they can really just let Shin siege up. He will just take too much damage if he's just left in one spot. Arcade orb just misses. Minions tank that through. In comes Kael'thas and Kroby, doing a fair amount of damage to Shin. Zydar from the side, being a good distraction here, able to micro himself away with the good stutter step. Now Vortex also having to retreat, thanks to the good zoning by Jaina. Zydar self-healing, dropping the Hyperion and the Dragon Laser Drill. Did so much damage, though it's still chasing down Joystick, currently 2-1. Rainer was taking down 3-1. Really good job, the volley bomb from Medivh coming in, but Ward is completely surrounded. He goes in for the kill, but is not able to get it. Now it's just Steve. If Steve can land one spell, he might be able to kill Necro here, but it's not enough. Necro grabs the kill, and that brings it to 13-3. This is looking very familiar, very reminiscent of the last game the Wizards played, and this is not helping them in the slightest. Right now, full healing build for Morales right now. Just getting all the protection that she can. Vortex grabbing that nuke in the bottom lane, preparing for a Steve. Duncan has one as well. Doesn't need to use it on this fort because that fort is gone. It is deleted. It has ceased to be. But he will be able to use it on the follow-up tower so they can push up and drop that little bit of extra damage here if they want to. Heroics-wise, very similar to what we saw yesterday. The BFG, Stim, Drone, Precision Strike, the Dragon Laser Drill, and the Hyperion. Only difference this time is, like we said, the Water Elemental. Oh, hang on. Duncan moves forward so he can get that nuke down, and instead he gets picked off, as does Nova. Vortex now in retreat, but he's slowed by Jaina. The Water Elemental, though, chasing down, whereas Daniel had to retreat because he got hit by Shin for huge burst damage. Now Shin getting hit by Chromie. He has to back out as well. Chromie for the snipe, not in range. Not able to get that. Daniel being back to base, and he's having a really rough time in terms of absorbing any damage. Just really having a lot of trouble here. Might have been worth actually taking the block here, but instead went for a bit of a Q-based build, very much focused on her trait as well. Whereas Kael'thas, pretty much the same build as last time as well. But they seem all prepared for now. We're seeing the Mercenary Camp. Nuke used on the camp. That is an unnecessary use of the nuke if we have ever seen one. Very, very strong there, but a little bit unnecessary. It was not required. But they got it. But that means that nuke will no longer be available for sieging or for team fights. If you're going to use a nuke on an objective, then use it on the boss. That's going to be what will get you the opportunity. Thank you, German casters. Timing on that one was beautiful. So we're going to be seeing everyone begin to continue pushing. We're seeing the Wizards trying to de-push here, whereas the Marines are more looking for gank opportunities. They're very spread out, considering that their fighting seems to be working best when they move as a group. A reminder, it is on this map better to kill off the healing minions first, the ghost in there as quick as possible. This is going to be interesting. The Wizards have no tanking potential at all other than Medivh shielding. They're going to use the water elemental to try and absorb it. And look at those banelings. Huge damage. There was a ping though. Looks like it might have been scouted. Those banelings just chucking them down. They don't have the tankiness. In comes Zidar. In comes Necro. They need to get over the way. BFG takes the snipe. They interrupt him. Ward is taken down. The precision strike for the zoning. Polybomb is down, but they're chasing forward with the Hyperion. And they steal the boss. And that is basically game over. Shin even sieged up in the backline to prevent anyone from escaping. The boss is the Marines. The map is the Marines. They're going to be pushing through with this and at minimum taking a keep. They have no nukes on them at the moment. Otherwise, they could have maybe gone for an end. But with that boss, they're going to be pushing super aggressively. And that was the Wizards there. Just no tankiness. You could dodge the baitings, but it's so difficult. But so they just took all the damage. And because the Marines were like, well, I guess there's nowhere else they could be, they were able to scout it out. And that was all she wrote. So we're going to see the boss pushing in now. How much can the Marines actually get out of this? That is the question. Boss taking quite a lot of damage already. We're seeing the Nova getting picked up. We're also seeing Morales and Tychus picking up nuclear items so that they are just using the boss as a distraction to make sure that they have full control of the map. And the downside, though, bottom fort is just about to die. Finally going to be picked off by minions in favor of the Wizards team. That's going to be their first of the game. There it goes. And that's going to be a huge comeback mechanic for them. But they need so much more in order to get back in this. Shin with the hugely aggressive siege jump takes all the spells, but he drops Stone Skin to protect himself. Gets Polybomb, but he's fine. He's tanking through it. The laser from Li Ming does nothing. She gets out of precision strike. Good protection from Medivh, saving Rick, but the BFG takes down 2 heroes. And we also saw Medivh dying at the end there. In comes the nuke and all. Ward, where are you going? Not going to teleport into it. He does not. Throws out the arcade orb. He's looking for a kill. He almost gets wall tech, but the turn is real. She teleports out again. She's able to stay alive. Thanks to that illusionist talent that she took here. Necro hologram gets wiped out there and ragdolls into the sky. But right now, there's still a nuke on Wartech. He could try and drop out to the fort, and I think that would be enough for a kill. He may wish to do that. Necro. Bye, Steve. Just standing there, not the greatest decision. Steve gets taken out here, and Necro has been dominant in this match. This is a Nova's dream comp to go up against. It is beautiful. And now the Marines trying to cement their victory, cement their advantage. They're taking another boss here. They want to try and get it. This one they're starting, though. Li Ming beginning to move in, though. Could the same fate that befell the Wizards before the Marines? We'll find out. Joystick coming into the background. Polybomb is available. Can you come in? There's the Polybomb. It spreads to both. The boss getting taken down. The Wizards will take the boss here. They're able to guarantee them, and the BFC comes in and gets Space Frog. Daniel on super low health. The boss is taken, but the Marines are once again able to take the fight. So now they're just going to be able to defend this boss. That BFG getting the snipe though. The precision strike to zone out the point and do even more damage. But Li Ming wants to try and even it up. Get another kill if she can get Necro here. Then that would be ideal. No, not able to finish off Necro. However, Ward will get the nuclear missile here, the nuclear bomb. So she'll be able to move in here. Sorry, he'll be able to move in and just try and kill off everything here. You can see damage-wise, Sergeant Hammer way in the lead, closely followed by Li Ming and Nova with 7 takedowns, closely following Sergeant Hammer, who is currently on 10, doing an incredible job there. Ward way out of position. These are the kind of comebacks that the Wizards need, even though they lost a hero there. If they can get this kill, they will have had a boss and a hero in quick succession. This is the kind of comeback they need. They now have their 16 talents. They may have a chance of doing this. And as such, the nuke drops super aggressively, immediately taking down the front wall. They have the minion wave with them. Chromie needs to cancel that slow because it's not required here, but they're trying to take down the fort. I don't think Chromie knows that her Q doesn't affect buildings. Precision strike, though, annihilate Space Frog's Rick. And now we're seeing the water elemental trying to slow down Shin as he gives chase. BFG does a huge chunk of damage. Can they chase in enough to get the chase? The portal is used by Medivh, but Chromie doesn't take it. Nova comes in, finds Medivh. Chromie tries to duke out, uses the bye-bye and sneaks away. Sim drone wasted there. Good job with the bye-bye there. But they got the Tigers, like we said earlier, but that was still a 2-for-1. So every single time the Wizards seem to claw something back, the Marines come in and snatch it all away. We're seeing Ward being back to base. Steve trying to drop some snipe, but the Stone Form and the Bioshield not letting anything happen here. The Stone Skin, sorry, so Shin just doing so much damage. In comes Necro, another kill onto the Chromie there. And the knockback by Shin, make sure Ward can't get anything done either. Sieging up has happened here, and Hammer beginning to drop the damage, taking quite a bit of poke, but Morales is there. She's very low on mana though. Now is the opportunity for the Wizards. If they want to do anything, now is the time. Move as a group, as a team. You have mana, whereas Morales does not. She just got a fair amount back though. But here we go. Wow, the Nova gets annihilated very quickly. Now they want Shin. Blizzard coming down, and they already got the Cone of Cold, so they get the bonus damage, but he tanks through it with the shields. The Hyperion taking down Jaina as well though, but in comes Lee Mig from the side. But Rick is too low to help, and Ward also too low. And the snipe comes in just as the shield runs out, taking down the Lee Mig there. And the Marines continuing to dominate, 28 kills to 8. And they are looking so strong right now. They have catapults on the core. The core shield is down. We're seeing it getting annihilated here. Only on a very low percentage. That catapult needs to be killed way quicker. It finally gets taken out. The Marines, though, have exhausted the bottom boss. The Wizards exhausted that one, but the top one has already respawned. We can see the winded wave here. That little ghost guy, the guy with the sniper rifle, he does heal his own minions, so it is good to kill him off a little bit quicker. So if you have the opportunity to. Nuclear items in the top lane and the bottom lane. Marines taking literally every merc cap they can find. And like I said before, the top boss is once again available. It was very risky the last time they tried to do a boss. The Wizards did find them. But right now, the Wizards are a bit busy stopping their base from dying, which they need to do because mid lane there is a catapult about to reach their core again, which they will need to deal with. The nuclear warheads being picked up by the Marines. First one going over to Zyda. Tychus going down to grab the one in the bottom lane. That's going to be Wartech picking that up, but the Wizards are moving their way in. They need to hurry up though if they want to interrupt it, but they might be able to kill Wartech if they're careful enough. No, Wartech's already out, and that is once again 2 warheads on the side of our Marines here. Wartech going to take a very long way around to his team as he does not want to get caught out here by the Marines. Level 20 available. The Stim drone used, and Shin annihilates the keep. Takes an arcade orb for his trouble, but he does not physically care. He moves in, takes down the tower as well. Morales is dropping the healing. Precision strike onto Ward. Not enough for the kill. BFG denied by the base here. And we see the survival here. Jaina, though, picked off in the bottom lane by the looks of it. Here comes the nuke onto the core. There goes for the end. They have orbital BFG, but it's not aimed onto the core. There's the nuke. Does huge damage. Necro coming in with all the damage as he can as well. Trying to take down Steve. Hyperion will do great damage as well. There's Sergeant Hammer just killing everything here. And that's going to be game, guys. GG! And the Marines take it on their home soil, earning 3rd place in the tournament and able to show that, in fact, bullets are stronger than magic. Super well played by them. The Nova having a wonderful time here, and Hammer able to siege up in perfect situations, able to tank for all the damage. But for now, we're going to head it back over to the stage hosts.
Gewonnen, wie vorausgesagt, wie wir das alle gedacht haben. Riesenapplaus für die Marines!
Die Wizards haben gar keinen Applaus verdient. Nein, Spaß, nochmal einen großen Applaus für die Wizards, die hier den 4. Platz gemacht haben. Und ja, danke, steht schon bereit.
Guys, leave your computers, please.
Darf euch von der Bühne
leave
bitten.
your computers. Okay, and we just have to ask this question because it was so marvelous. Did you train this Morales and Captain Hammer combo because they were so dominating the game?
Yeah, we did some streams beforehand. We played just Morales and Hammer, and yeah, they were a really good combo together. They worked really well, if you can pull it off.
Absolutely. So
yeah.
A well-deserved 3rd place. Ein sehr, sehr verdienter 3. Platz. Nochmal einen Riesenapplaus für die Marines.
Ausnahmsweise. Aber ja, wir haben unseren 4. Wir haben unseren 3. Und was fehlt uns? Uns fehlen noch Platz 2 und 1, deswegen wir werden uns gleich in das große Finale von Brawlmania begeben. Und wer von euch hat Bock da drauf?
Und dieses Finale wird heißen Knights
gegen Alien.
Und wer wird gewinnen? Wer ist für die Knights? Die haben gestern grandios
für
gespielt.
Die Aliens.
Ich wusste es vorher. Das
Aber
wird gar nicht.
Weißt du, was wir brauchen? Wir brauchen eine Laola, um das Finale, wirklich angemessen.
Ja?
Wie, nö, wir müssen da anfangen.
Okay.
Deswegen alle Hände raus. Wir gehen nämlich gleich ins Finale und deswegen braucht man eine Laola. Bevor ihr nicht alle mitmacht, mache ich hier nicht weiter. So.
Jawohl.
Super. Deswegen würde ich sagen, wir bitten direkt das erste Team auf die Bühne und einem großen Applaus, weil wir sind alle fair. Die Aliens. Loco. How does it feel to be standing in the grand final?
Yeah, I am very happy to be here. It's going to be awesome. I think we can definitely take it though. Yesterday was a very good game.
Yeah, you showed a really proper performance.
Yeah, yesterday we ended up winning in like a 30-minute long one. And
was
while it
crazy.
was a little bit longer than needed, I think today we can do better.
Okay, so I'm excited already. As said before, we were all expecting something very short and fast because low range versus long range, melees versus long range. It was a hard setup for you guys, but you managed.
Yeah, in the end, obviously they had several heroes that couldn't really check in the bushes, and we were hiding there.
Yeah.
So in the end, we just ended up dragging one of them away and winning the team fight. So
All
it'll
right.
turn out to be great.
So you sound really well prepared for a grand finale.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a different strategy, so we're going to try our best, but I think we're good.
I'm excited already. A big round of applause for the aliens who are going up against their contenders, the Knights.
Ja, und jetzt kommen wir zum großen Favoriten und zum künftigen Sieger dieses Wettbewerbs. Ein riesiger Applaus für die Knights. Ja, hallo. Can I talk German to you or English?
German would be fine.
German would be fine. Okay, ja, dann machen wir das auf Deutsch. Ja, ihr habt gestern gewonnen. Es war sehr, sehr, sag ich mal, dominant. Aber wir haben es jetzt gerade in dem Spiel um Platz 3 auch gesehen. Die Wizards sind so ein bisschen im Nachteil. Ne? Die haben auch jetzt heute nicht so richtig viele Schnitten gegen die Marines gehabt. Das heißt, wo seht ihr euch? Wird das ein enges Match heute gegen die Aliens oder seid ihr sicher, dass er gewinnt?
Also heute wird auf jeden Fall deutlich schwerer. Bei den Wizards konnte man einfach ganken und drauf, Stun, CC draufbringen und dann sind die einfach ganz schnell tot, auch wenn sie viel Schaden machen. Man darf sie nur nicht dazu bringen lassen. Und heute das Team, das wird schon schwerer, weil da sind auch ein paar Tanks dabei, ein paar CC-Leute und die sind viel mobiler. Das wird eine Herausforderung heute, aber wir schaffen das!
Für die Knights! Ja, also wenn ich ganz ehrlich bin, habe ich gehofft, dass du mir jetzt sagst, das ganze Spiel wird trotzdem wieder ein Ganken.
Mal schauen. Wir wollen ja nicht unsere Taktik hier im Vorhinein verraten, damit unsere Gegner wissen, was wir tun. Nein, das tun wir nicht, aber wir werden euch auf jeden Fall unterhalten und eine Menge Spaß haben.
Okay, dann lockt dich ein. Wir freuen uns drauf. Und nochmal einen dicken Applaus für die Knights.
Ja, ich weiß, wie das ist in solchen Partien. Die Underdogs, offensichtlich die Aliens, weil wenig Support aus dem Publikum. Ich bin ein bisschen traurig, aber die Underdogs gewinnen meistens um die Cinderella-Story zu komplettieren.
Ja, ich weiß genau, wie du dich fühlst, Melly. Mir geht das immer so, wenn ich hier nach Allianz gegen Horde frage. Dann, dann wird meine Allianz auch immer irgendwie hinter den Teppich gekehrt. Mag ich nicht, aber es ist auch mal schön, so für die Richtigen zu halten. Ne? Ja, und ich höre, wir sind soweit. Wir können wieder übergeben an...
So what is better, ladies and gentlemen? Is it actually the aliens who, in their last game, we saw in the games yesterday that the aliens and the Marines actually were very, very close, but it was really down to the Kerrigan and the Dahaka with their incredible crowd control, with their incredible CC to bring it out in their favor. However, if you're talking about CC, The Knights have a severe advantage here, but for the aliens, a big advantage is going to be that Tychus. Percentage damage on a basic ability with his minigun here, that could be the game changer, but it's all about how well the Knights can engage and how well they can get through all of that tankiness. I am Tetcher. I am your host for today. Tetcher on all the social media. Go check it out. Self-plugging, I was told I'm allowed. So, Brawlmania, ladies and gentlemen, we are once again back on the Warhead Junction. And on the right-hand side, in the red trunks, it is going to be Team Knights. And playing for them, it is going to be Piet Smith playing the Arthas. It is going to be Moondai on the Uther, Dalucard playing the Muradin, Fishcop on Tyrael, and Dadosh on Sonya. Whereas on the left-hand side, in the blue trunks, it is going to be the aliens, Father Swarm. And playing for them, it is going to be Loco playing the Dahaka, Nasera playing Kerrigan, Game Day playing Zagara, Minerve playing Tychus, and Merlo on the Abatha. Merlo was dominant yesterday, just grabbing nukes as Abatha and just split pushing and dropping nukes on the enemy every single time. It was absolutely beautiful. So, let's see who can get an advantage. Right now, Loco very far forward. You need to be way more careful in this game, Loco, than you were in the last one. Like we said, the Knights have a hell of a lot of crowd control. And right now, we're actually seeing Muradin starting off with his extra hammer time. I believe that's the one that actually gives you the extra damage. So that's going to be very creative to see if he can actually get the stacks up. So, Loco getting the drag straight away onto Moondai. The stun from Kerrigan missed though. She dives in deep, immediately turned on by the Knights and deleted by Dalucard with the Dwarf Toss. And that's what you have to be so careful of against the Knights team. The CC trade is absolutely devastating if you are not prepared for it. Loco, he thought he had the upper hand getting the grab, but no, immediately denied. Just stun, and gone. Just completely deleted. However, Game Day will be able to give his team a little bit of a head start as he is one of the best solo laners in the game right now on that Zagara. So he's just going to be able to split push all game long. And if anyone comes in, except for the fact that if anyone comes in, unless it becomes a 2 versus 1, then he's going to have a really easy time. For now, though, it might become a 2 versus 1. Moondai hovering around the area, but Game Day playing very cautiously. Needs to start placing some creep at the lane entrances, though, to keep himself protected. This game, though, a little bit more cautious than the ones we've seen before. Only 1 kill, and that was after Loco tried to capture someone quick. We're going to see the Knights take control of that bottom nuclear point, but Merlo has been placing mines all around this nuclear area. It looks like he kind of wants the nuke here, placing mines all around the area. Minerve also in lane. But Fishcop coming into offensive deny. The numbers advantage very much in favor of the aliens, though. They begin to push forward. Merlo beginning to stack up. Can anyone interrupt? Moondai looking like he kind of wanted to come round there, but decides against it. So we have the Abatha, once again, the one with one of the 3 heroes with global presence here, grabbing that. But immediately, a nuke coming in from Dalucard was able to drop that onto the middle structures and do some damage, whereas the counter immediately from Abatha, dropping it onto that bottom 4 and allowing Game Day to push up even further. But Game Day already low on mana, so needs to be super careful. If he's not careful here, then he's going to have to get caught out because he's going to be pushed up too far. However, for now, though, Loco continuing to push up the lane with the help of Minerve, getting a lot of extra damage here. Whereas Nasera is in the top lane with that Kerrigan versus Uther. Neither one's going to be able to get a huge advantage out of this, but if Kerrigan can jump in, she can definitely do a lot of burst damage here. And if anyone helps Uther, then they could maybe get a really efficient gank going. So, Moondai moving around the outside. He wants Minerve, wants to try and get it. Spear misses though. No mystical spear yet. Brings in the whirlwind instead, just clearing up the minion wave. Remember, that does double healing against heroes, but you don't want to go that deep when you don't know where everyone is. And they only just saw Dahaka in the top lane as he only just came out here. This is for the championship. There is a trophy at stakes here. Who is best? The aliens or the Knights? Right now, it's super even. Despite the fact that the Knights have the first kill, the XP advantage is in favor of the aliens right now. They need to be careful. The mine's revealing. They, instead of running away, decide to engage and pull in. They have another disadvantage, but Abatha jumps onto the head of Nasera here, and they begin to sustain out. Loco once again stunned up, but he pulls back a bit. Not going to get himself picked off, but Loco just clearing this out very quickly. Game Day doing some damage to Piet Smith here. Like he said, even without mana, he's winning the fight so significantly, just keeping that lane pushed up. but it's not getting a huge amount of damage onto the structures thanks to Arthur's big AoE damage. Loco coming in though. I said they might want Pierce Spear here, but that's just going to force him to just not fight anymore. He's just going to pull back, stay by his fountain, which he is able to tap here, and he's going to be able to sustain through that for quite a bit. Minerve continuing to split to clear out that lane, whereas the Zera is still in the top lane. Usually you see the Zero ganking. We see Game Day, however, getting ganked. This time he doesn't have any protection. Loco, though, coming in for the body box. He's trying to slow down. Game Day with the shield. The Sonya misses, and Game Day gets out. Can Loco? Yes, he can. Dark Swarm makes you unbody blockable, and he's able to sneak through all the heroes in his way and escape here. Beautiful play by Game Day and Loco, especially Loco here. Body blocking for his teammate, and then after he body blocks, dropping that Dark Swarm to get himself out. Exceptional play there. Really nicely done. So, Nasera mounting up and immediately getting dismounted. Loco tunneling up to the top lane. They want to try and grab Uther here, seeing as they have 2 nukes already up in the top area. And they already have Abathur prepared at 1. If they can go onto the aggressive nuke, then they'll be able to get a 2-for-1 here, even if they give up the bottom one. However, Game Day once again caught out here. Tychus trying to help, but he's not any Dahaka. So Tychus will not be able to save Zagara here as he goes down. Minerve having to back up as well. But the 2 nukes at top lane were picked up by Loco and Merlo, so they can double nuke top lane if they want to. But it looks like they kind of just want Dadosh here. Merlo super aggressive again, just dropping that nuke onto top lane. And here comes Locos as well. They're only once again going for the big AoE damage as opposed for that center circle damage, which as you can see does not do a huge amount to the 4. Need a bit more, but the bottom nuke was used onto that tower this time, so they were able to just get... sorry, no, it was just used on the gate again. It was just AoE damage after that. But they were still able to get a huge amount of damage out onto it. So Minerve continuing to help try and clear this with the help of Loco here. And they're going to try and wipe this out before anything can go severely wrong. Now that that nuke's been dropped, they have a lot less protection in that lane for Zagara. Especially seeing as those towers are basically like 1 or 2 hits away from death. Good stun by Nasera, but it's the issue. Nasera, until she gets to level 13, 16, I believe, she won't have any kind of percentage damage. All down to Minerve at the moment in terms of damage. And here we go, going on to Fishkop. Here comes the nuke, trying to cut off the escape here, forcing the aliens forward. But that's not going to work out because there's actually another disadvantage for the Knights here, so they weren't really able to take that fight, even if they were able to bait them out of the base here. Now Dalukard getting focused down, but the stun from Kerrigan doesn't land. Here comes the leap from Moondie, able to get huge damage, but Minerve taken down here. Nasera was able to sneak away into the distance, but the fact that they have a healer on the side of the Knights is actually working out very well for them. They're able to re-engage when they want to, but they're not even using it at the moment. Right now, they're purely focusing on the fact that they all have such good self-sustain. Fish got pulled in, though, not that much self-sustain. He is killed off here. This time, Uther did also take the Divine Shield, as opposed to it. Merlo on that Kerrigan clone there. Nasera thinking about joining it as well, decides against it until Loco arrives, which he now has. They go in for Moondie, they get it. The silence also dropped from the Muradin to prevent any kind of help. That might have been better used on Moondie for the damage, but with Abathur on the head, they're easily able to get it. Don't even need the mine that was sitting there. They're able to grab that kill and make it a more, even bigger advantage for the Aliens team here, as they're slowly creeping back. It's so far, kill count is staying even-ish, 2 to 3. That's a low difference compared to what we've been seeing today and yesterday. So for now, it's pretty much coming down to the nukes, how efficiently they're being used. Neither team has lost a fort yet, despite the grand total of about 7 nukes being used overall, and neither team's been able to take down the full structure yet. So for now, we're going to be seeing Nasera and Minerve clearing out that top lane. Both teams playing very, very carefully here. They both want to get the huge engages, and they both have heroics on the side of the Knights. It is going to be the Ghouls, the army of Northrend for Arthas. It is going to be the Leap for Sonya, the Avatar for Muradin, the Sanctification for Tyrael, and the Divine Shield for Uther. They're going for a much safer build than they did yesterday, where we saw Haymaker and Citragosa coming in for them here. Not the Hunt, though. I thought they were going to go the Hunt as well and go full ham. But, however, Zagara did take the Nidus Worm. They are going for a bit of split push. Here comes the laser, dropping down, focusing on Moondie, who gets the lead in before the leap can land. Sanctification will keep them alive for now, but the numbers in front is hugely in favor of the aliens, who are beginning to push through. Loco needs to get a drag onto someone right now. He's trying to body block. There's the leap. The pull does not land. Can Loco grab the drag? No, he can't, out of range. Merlo interrupts Beard with the slap and gets out. He's not even rooted. He tunnels away. Can the Locust deny it for the second time? I think it actually just did. I think it denied it again. It did. It stopped him channeling. Merlo still here, and in comes Loco. They're going to try and fight over the objective here, but Dalucard comes in. The numbers, they copy the Dahaka as 2 versus 2. Here comes Zagara, 3 versus 2, and the aliens, with great map rotation, are going to be able to take this area and pick up the nuclear item. They'll probably stick that with Abathur once that clone runs out, and just make the full use of this clone right now to try and push a bit. Actually, no, it looks like they're going to try and leave it. Yeah, they are actually. They were going to put it on game day or leave it on the Abathur, but they need to do it now. They should have maybe just put it on game day, because now Abathur is here, but now they don't have the people to fight it. They don't have the numbers anymore. Merlo just pieced it out of here. They were doing so well, but they had to give it up. They tried to push in, and instead of capitalizing on it and picking up the nuke, they instead went a bit greedy and thought they could push, but that just gave time for the Knights to rotate. But they are back again. If they can kill the nuke off the enemy team, that will also work. Denied. Alucard's just using it instead. Divine Shield's being used, protecting Sonya from going down. The nuke does land and kills off Dahaka here. And now Desera on the run, trying to escape. The stun lands, though. That will give her a bit more time. Abathur needs to get back on her head to give her some kind of shielding. She's currently trying to escape. She gets rooted, and Abathur jumps up, but it's too late, and down she goes. And we will see the Knights once again take control. They did use a nuke, though, without hitting too much, but it is all good. And right now, just a quick reminder, I am not the one spectating to this game. It's going to be spectated by the German side. So if you see me talking about stuff that's not happening on where we're looking on the map, because I'm seeing it on the mini-map, but I don't actually have any control over the camera. It's being hosted by the guys on stage through the live audience, the German casters. There's a good stun onto Tychus. Minerva trying to escape here. Merlo on the copied Tychus, also trying to get something with the overkill, but neither of them can get the kill. They're using a lot of overkill. They need to be spamming out that minigun maybe a bit more, using that percentage damage. Merlo making the most out of the clone, just going to let that expire though. And right now, the XP is still so even. The kills still 4 to 5. The Knights still fairly ahead in every aspect, but it's so close. This is 100% not over currently. It's 2 force to 2, 3 keeps to 3, and it's so close. Can they get the fort? It's about to become an advantage once again for the Knights. They take down that middle fort, and they're going to be able to push it a bit further, grab the tower. They shouldn't push any further because they might get caught out. Loco going aggressively anyway, wants to try and grab it. Might be worth Burrow here. Instead, drops the sides, but it's interrupted instead by the Saki. Burrow's out to protect himself. Kerrigan pulls in, gets a great amount of damage, takes out Sonya. Now they want to try and get Fishkop. Loco's already pulled back, though, so they have another situation. But Dalucard and Pierce Smith so low. Zagara trying to get the kill, not enough. Instead, turns out to Fishkop. Fishkop goes down, but they need to get out of here before they get the explosion damage. Game Day takes it, but will need to be out of here so that he doesn't get caught out with that low health. And once again, we're seeing Merlo just completely available on the map, just grabbing all of the stuff here. And right now, we're seeing Loco diving way too deep into keep range, gets rooted. Pierce Smith trying to take the fight, drags him to Merlo, who is there, but he's there in symbiote form. Merlo going to be pulling back here. But Loco, very good pull there. If he'd been able to delay that a little bit longer, the Minerva would have arrived, and they might have been able to set up that kill. Very nicely done there. So yeah, we're seeing the Sarah move up to the mid lane. She won't be able to get Mirrored in here, but she's just there to scout it out. Nukes, 4 spawning on the map. Top lane, mid lane, and 2 bot lane. Who is going to be able to grab them? Once again, the Zerg, we already know. The aliens have a bit more roaming potential here. And we're seeing it already. Dahaka and Abathur set up in the bot lane, prepared to grab one or both of them. They're going to attempt to, but the Knights coming down. They may not have enough time. If Loco could delay for Merlo, they could at least grab the aggressive one and give time for their team to come and help them with the non-safe one. Merlo does, in fact, grab it and goes in for the copy to try and help out Loco. So now they're still going to have a disadvantage because in comes the reinforcements. They get Tyke, they get Arthur, so that might be what they need. The silence to drop onto Tyrael. But Merlo, the clone is about to go down. His body is in a really risky position. He needs to tunnel out of there. But in comes the nuke. He uses the nuke on the backline instead. And then Dahaka drags it in. No, it doesn't hit. It was so close. Loco almost pulling off the insane play there and picking off the support, but was not able to do it. Instead, he tunnels up to the top lane. Abathur has done the save, but he's already used his nuke. Fishkop will grab the nuke from there, but Dahaka grabs the nuke from the top lane as well. So nukes for days, a huge Merc push up in the top lane. Abathur just dropping mines to clear out the minions here as Fishkop for a very bind-focused build with a little bit of Locust potential as well. He has those sieging Locusts now to try and just keep the pushing potential up, and that keep may be forfeit. Arthur's coming in, finds the mines, that slows him down a bit. The nuke being used to clear this, to try and save the keep. It will be enough here, but that is a desperation attempt. They really want to keep this fort alive and they will do so, but they have to be so careful or they're just going to get taken down. And in the meantime, while they were defending that, they basically sacrificed their mid fort because the nuke was used there as well, and they take it down. So now no forts remaining, and top keep is very vulnerable, whereas the aliens still have their top fort, and none of their keeps have taken any kind of damage. So we're seeing Loco scouting around, looking for anyone to move out of position where he can get the drag right now. Hunter killer talents on the Zagara, and more percentage damage, more minigun talents, and that percentage damage on the grenade used by Tigers. Good random drag there by Logan to try and grab someone. Drop the silence onto Arthas as well, but Murder's in the backline. They need to get out of the nuke. Kerrigan just dives through it. The leap gets a huge stun though, so they're tanking through. Loco burrows into Sarah, taking too much damage. She drops the stun to try and escape. Amethyst shielding her, but his body is completely vulnerable there. He flees. The Sarah though, they've tried to create her instead. Abafa will escape, but the Knights get the kills there, 2-0, and they are now looking dominant. They were able to not pick up any of the nukes. Merlo has gone back to the top lane to continue split pushing to try and just get any kind of potential up there. So for now, though, he will be fine. He'll be able to be out of there just to make sure he isn't ganked, but the Knights not having any of it. They're going to use their huge tankiness to try and take down the boss. Remember, though, that boss is lethal. This could go really bad for them. So they're trying to just tank it through, but PSV has so little health left. They need Uther to arrive. Don't stand at the bane links. They don't want to risk it. Minerva showed, and that's what they needed. They have a 5-man team there, and there's still 2 people dead, but that boss does so much damage, they don't want to risk it. In comes the copy. The Knights making the play here. They realize the boss is already finished, but they turn it instead. But Minerva having to dash backwards. Logo arrives, drops the silence onto Muradin. In comes the Draken laser drill. Fishcop over the other side, dropping the holy grounds. Zone out Merlo here, but it is just the Abafa copy. Does huge damage to Dalakar. Not enough for the kill, but enough to zone him out of the fight for a while. Pierre Smith arriving back. He already went B for some more health, and no one died in that fight, but the Marines were able to prevent that boss from being taken here so that he cannot get caught out. And Merlo, once again, back to the top lane on that Abatha, continuing to keep the Locust going, continuing to keep the push up. So they're just trying to get that keep. But right now, I don't think his Locust Nest, he's either not using it or it's not working. He's trying to just spam it out, but we're only seeing like individual Locusts at a time. Loco getting the drag onto the Tyrael here, onto Fishcop, but not able to get the final kill. But he wants to deny that nuke. However, Pierce Spear might have better luck chasing away Merlo here and clears out the mines as well. But a big fight in the bottom lane. Good sanctification and divine shield, but Fishcop walks out of his own sank. But he does now explode. Can he get the damage off onto Minerva and Loco? He can, but it might not be enough. He didn't take the extra damage on level 1. There's the drag onto Muradin. Stun. Doesn't really land. Pierce Spear was able to pick up the nuke in this top lane, but now the chase is onto Uther. They get him. Dalucard's already out, though. They will not be able to guarantee that kill. And 20 was not available for the Knights for quite a while, so they will not be able to get that revive on Uther. He instead will be up in 39 seconds. In comes Moondive for the wave clear, and right now the Aliens are level ahead and finally a kill ahead. They are now 9-7 in a little bit of a lead. Really, really well done by them. And the Marines thinking about the boss. Right now there are still roaches attacking the boss, keeping it from leasing, but the boss does not seem bothered. It's sort of just chilling here, not really doing that much. Boss, hello? Boss, hello? Wake up, boss. Boss? Is something wrong? But boss, it's time for school. You can't sleep in again. You've slept in every day this weekend. The Knights need to move in now. They're going to contest this. Dalucard onto the point, tanking through. Needs to stay here. Needs his team. They're not in time. Nukes dropped, and the boss goes over to the aliens there. Well, they got it. They were able to push through now. They're trying to chase PSV. They got Muradin and the boss. The tongue from Merlo does not land. Not able to get that drag onto PSV. Instead, he just walks in to try and take care of the mercenaries instead. Nice route by the Arthurs to try and slow down, but here comes Loco from behind. Gets a bit onto PSV. Trying to pull in. Kerrigan gets the big pull. Good silence onto that Sonya, preventing the counter lead. Divine Shield, though, will keep Fishcop alive, and we will now see the Knights on the defensive. The Aliens starting to creep ahead. The amount of percentage damage they have really starting to show. So they're beginning to get this. They're beginning to get the huge push here and start to pick off heroes of their own. They now have the potential, so they're able to get it. So we're going to see the boss pushing on its own, though. This huge damage to the heroes. You can still see those banelings forcing 2 of the heroes back, where in the meantime, the Aliens are on their way to the top lane. They're actually going to grab the Merc camp here first before they go over to that boss. I'm going to be killing that off. So we have the extra Broodlings on Zagara for our level 20. Extra damage on the Draken Laser for Tychus. The Hardened Shield onto Hacker. A Locust Nest on the side of Abatha, and Kerrigan has yet to pick. Not sure what talent to go for yet. Whereas the Knight's still a little bit away. Their top keep is finally dead. Leap used by Moondai. He now has to pull back. He's a little bit low on health. Silence used on Muradin. That picks him off. Sanctification not enough to help. And the aliens continue to push through. They do not land the stun, but they have mercs and catapults here. They're looking to try and end. We have no leap. We have no sank. They have no protection at all. They're beginning to just push through here. Divine Shield is up in 9 seconds, though. They're just trying to delay this game, get health back, and continue to fight. Looks like the aliens do not want to fight anymore. They don't want to take the risk when they can just grab nukes, maybe grab the boss, and go for that carry instead, and just go for that burst, and try and just burst down the core with the nuclears and end the game that way. So we're seeing the Knights continuing to clear their base for the moment and just take full control of the situation so they can try and get some kind of counter. Moondai getting a good little roam out, not too risky where he could get caught out, but instead able to just deny that nuke. But here comes the drag. Now the Game Day and Minerva have arrived, and Moondai still able to escape there. Leap is up in 7 seconds. Sank in 12. Pierre dropping a bit of self-heal here. Silence used on Stu. That's Sonya. No stun landing, but the damage is not enough. Good divine shield by Uther here, but the leap used as well, and that means it's not available for the engage, and now they're in trouble. Desera not able to grab the kills there despite popping her heroic as well. The nuke is instead double nukes being used, only the outside once again catching the keep here, but it's still a lot of damage. Merlo diving in on that clone, just trying to do some damage in the smoke screen left by the nukes. And they're going to be able to push in aggressively here. But now that Merlo's gone, they're down to Symbiotes. Loco with the extra speed boost that he got on that dash is now having to retreat. He may have to use Burrow here. He has trouble getting slowed. Drops the Hardened Shield. Nice holy ground by Tyrael, and Loco is being killed off here. He tries to burrow to buy himself some time, but he's still there, still found, and Loco gets taken out. The overextension 20s are achieved for our Knights here. And we'll see what they pick. It's the Holy Arena for Tyrael. The extra Avatar CD reduction for the Muradin. We have the Ignore Pain, I believe, for the Sonya. Arthas with the Legion of Northrend, the Morghuls, and the extra Divine Shield cooldown reduction on the Uther. So now they have a lot more protection and even more damage if they're able to fight in that Sank, where they will be able to get it working. Where they can actually just fight in the area and try to get all the damage off. They are all melee, remember. They have a couple ranged abilities, but they need to start using those heroics for engage as opposed to disengage. That leap has been used for escape about the last 3 times, but they haven't been able to get that much out of it. And for now, the aliens continuing to roam around the map. They can't do a huge amount about Locos. You can see them staying very much on their side, but the Knights can't capitalize on it because they're so busy clearing, because they're down 2 keeps, very nearly 3, because mid-keep is already vulnerable. Pierce needs to get out of there. He gets another Hunter Killer missile on him. He's dead. He does, but he's already been healed by Uther, so he will survive this one. So the aliens grabbing mercenaries. Anyone they can get safely. But right now, the only thing left available is the boss in the top lane. Mercs in the bot lane will cancel each other out, so not a huge amount there. Bottom boss, only 19 seconds away. We could even see a boss split where both teams go to grab one, but this match is super close. 8 kills to 11 currently in favor of the aliens, who also have a 2-level advantage thanks to the amount of keeps they've taken down. But that is no way an indication of the game being over. If the Knights can get that one perfect engagement, then that's all they need here. And right now, they're crossing over creeks, so the aliens know exactly where they are. They should maybe start using Muradin with that Thunderclap to try and pick off some of that creep, to kill it off, and should really be using some of their ranged abilities to scout out these bushes that Dalukard's about to walk into. There's the stun, and the huge percentage damage. He drops the Avatar, and the Stoneform. He survives. The Sanctification is used, and no one stands in it. The Arthas here uses his ghouls, but they are getting wiped here by Dahaka. Loco pushing forward. In comes Kerrigan. There's the leap used aggressively for once, but only up to Loco, not to the backline. Merlo on that clone is picked up, but it's sustained from the Knights. It's insane. The laser doing huge damage and finally expires. They finally once again managed to throw out Loco. The hardest shield giving him alive, though. The holy ground, though, once again being the downfall. He has to burrow. He's buying time for his team here, but he goes down, and that is 1 kill to 0. 1.5 you count the Abathur clone. And the Knights beginning to tag through, but the core is taking damage. Catapults on both sides, beginning to wipe it out. We're seeing Muradin having to run back because Abathur's been being annoying on minions to prevent him from being back. Pierce already back in the base after porting. And Dalukard on that second cannonball, but they're still going. The cannonballs are still killing the core. You need to hit them once they're killing the core, Dalukard. You need to save it. Down goes the first one, but there's still one more. Dalukard, stop, hit the one that's hitting the core. Dalukard, finally the minions kill it off. There's still another one here, but here comes the nuke from Aberford to try and end the game. It comes down, it's too late, and there's the GG. Aberford with the backdoor nuke to win the game for the Zerg or the Aliens. What an exceptional play by them. What a super close game, back and forth all the way. And huge congratulations to Team Aliens, the sneak attack for the victory. And we're going to send it over to the German host for an interview of our winning team.
Sehr, sehr gut.
Das hat viel Spaß
Es war
gemacht.
definitiv ein Kopf-an-Kopf-Rennen und damit geben wir an Melli und Sven.
Ja, die machen hier gerade noch
Die
Siegerfotos.
Aliens!
Ja,
Nein, nein, nochmal.
wie
Sie
sagt
haben
man in
gewonnen.
Köln so schön, man
Die
muss
Aliens!
auch... Ja, die können das.
Jawohl! Und natürlich noch einen riesengroßen Applaus an die Knights! Mein Gott, was für ein Spiel, Sven.
Ja, das hat echt Spaß gemacht. Man muss sagen, selbst wenn man nicht immer alles durchschaut hat durch unsere super, super geilen Shoutcaster, haben wir da hinten vor dem Monitor gesessen. Normalerweise pudern wir uns noch das Näschen, trinken das ein oder andere Gläschen Mineralwasser. Wir sind gar nicht dazu gekommen. Das war so spannend. Wir mussten die ganze Zeit zuschauen. Hat echt Spaß gemacht,
Hat auf
oder?
jeden Fall
Große
mega
Nummer.
viel Spaß gemacht.
Große
Also
Nummer.
ich finde, dieses Brawlmania kann man wirklich mal in den E-Sports etablieren und wenn
Auf
es nur
jeden Fall.
Fun-Cups sind.
Auf
Weil
jeden
ich habe
Fall.
auf jeden Fall eine Menge Spaß gehabt und wie ihr seht, funktioniert es sogar.
Ja, es war nicht so, dass man gedacht hat, da ist ein Team, das das andere völlig verkloppt. Ne? War echt ausgeglichen zwischendrin. Ne?
Ja, ja, obwohl ihr Knights wirklich schon gelitten habt so ein bisschen.
So ist
ne?
es, ja. Aber es wird Zeit für die Siegerehrung. Das ist jetzt dein Job,
Das
Melli.
ist mein Job, deswegen würde ich erstmal sagen, Loco, where the hell are you, darling? Where is he? Loco? Loco? No, du nicht. Du hast verloren. Du hast verloren. Loco! Oh, here you are. Come on. I was like, you're all, yeah, I did see you. I was calling you like five times.
We were celebrating. It's
Yeah, that's
pretty sick
true.
match.
You pretty much deserved it. What a
Yeah.
match. It was so exciting and so close.
Actually, at the final moment, I didn't think that Abathur got his cast off.
Yeah.
So we were all just sort of sitting there wondering if he actually managed to complete it, and then it landed.
And then it landed. It
Pretty
was
good moment.
beautiful. It was
Yeah.
beautiful. And yes, you won. How do you feel as the
I am
champion?
feeling great. Yeah, actually, like when we looked at
Yeah.
the team composition of the opponents, it didn't seem like we had a very good shot, right? Because they had, they had tanks and they had a healer and they had a lot of good DPS as well. But in the end, we managed to just simply get the XP lead early on because of all the split pushing, and yeah, we managed to grab the victory. Very, very happy with it.
And it was an awesome match. So big round of applause to both teams for, well, serving such a beautiful, beautiful encounter. And yes, Heroes of the Storm, Brawlmania has come to an end, at least with our YouTubers. We'll be having another Brawlmania tomorrow and the day after, but later more to that. A big round of applause for Brawlmania champions. Here's your trophy.
Here's the trophy for the Brawlmania champions. Bleib hier, bleib hier.